Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderfall Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today we're going to go through a Warhammer community article that showed us a bunch of some of the first rules we've seen for the new Stormcast Eternals. Of course, we have seen the, leak of sorts, or the repackaged box of Vanguard Hunters. I've got a video up on that talking a little bit about all the things we saw in that. None of that is sort of touched on in this article at all, so that's some useful information and maybe a little bit of insight you might be interested in looking into. I'll leave a link to that up at the top of the video. However, let's get looking into this article. They've sort of shown us a little bit about the allegiance abilities and stuff like that in this, very similar to the Auric article that they posted the other day. So let's go through this article, chat a little bit about it, and see what we think this might all mean for Stormcast Eternals and what we all think of the rules in general. So, Stormcast Eternals become the ultimate defenders of the mortal realms in their best battle tome yet. Cool, I'm glad GW are that positive about the battle tome. I'm really hopeful. The stuff we've seen, and even just that Vanguard Hunter War Scroll, really gives me a lot of hope for this new Stormcast Eternal battle tome. The updates to Vanguard Hunters give me hope that they really are looking at the older War Scrolls. We're not going to get something like we did in 2.0 where Sequitors and Evocators just completely outshone everything. I mean, maybe the new stuff does outshine the newer stuff, but I don't think the gap is going to be anywhere near as bad as it was for Sequitors and Liberators at the start of 2.0. Anyway, so the era of the beast is upon us as Sigmar's champions strike out across the realms and the new Dawnbringer Crusades. The new rules in the battle tome make them even more fearsome, not least because they have a new dragon. Of course, we also saw the dragons revealed, Krondus and I forget the name of the scarred one. Effectively, it's Mufasa and Scar from The Lion King. Cool. I got a nice army shot here. I really like how the Stormcast actually look together. The Lord Imperator doesn't look out of place, and neither do the other two Stormcast characters near him, the Castellan and the Celestin. The Castellan's got his Gryph-hound right nearby, very much like the Imperator. They're sort of showing that off. I'm pretty sure with the Castellan and the Veritant models that we've got now, we're going to see that same companion rule sort of added to the Castellan and Veritant, so they are the same, work the same way as the Imperator. It was much easier just to not put that in an FAQ. It's a rather large paragraph of rules that's just going to get added now. The Liberators look cool. Up the back we can see some Paladin Protectors and Decimators up the back as well. And like the Prosecutors as well, man oh man do I hope Prosecutors get a reimagining and get some cool rules. They were some of my favourite models from the first release of Stormcast Eternals. I really do hope that we see some cool updated rules for Prosecutors, making them really, really cool on the table. But we got the new Blade dudes at the front, we got the new Knight Relictor with his little fanny pack over on the side, the new Archers. The way they're showing the amount of the sword guys, I think they're going to be battle-owned. I reckon new bow dudes. I mean, we got a few battle line options. Is this a proper army shot? Who knows? I'm probably just speculating a little bit too much at this point. Anyway, so first things first, we go down and we see that Stormkeep is certainly still a thing. So we can either choose to be a Scions of the Storm Force, which is your drop down from the sky, deep striking Stormcast Eternals force, cool. Or you can be from a Stormkeep, which is a much more defensive option. I like this. Two very distinct playstyles available to Stormcast Eternals. This is a really cool thing that Seraphon have as an army. I really like that whole idea that you can play in these different ways. So you have obviously Seraphon as your overarching allegiance, but then you break down into these two types of Seraphon, Coalesced and Starborn. I believe that's correct, Starborn. And then you break down in sub-factions further from them. Now, Stormcast Eternals do it somewhat similar, except their sub-factions aren't restricted by being either Coalesced or Starborn. So you get to pick Scions of the Storm or Stormkeep, and then you can pick your Storm host that you want to pick as your sub-faction, or not pick any Storm host. It's definitely shown down below that there are generic rules as well. So, Stormcast Eternals, Stormkeep, Mortal Auxiliaries, you've pretty much got the same rule we got in Broken Realms Morathi here, where you get to pick 1 in 4 units to be a coalition unit from Cities of Sigmar. Remembering the change to coalition units mean that unit can no longer be your generic battle line. I know this changed, obviously reinforcement points changed my old Stormcast Eternals from running 60 Liberators and 2 big blobs, but this also changes that the Free Guard can't be my generic battle line now due to how coalition works. And you add 1 to the bravery characteristic of friendly Stormkeep units wholly within 12 inch of any Stormkeep Redeemer unit. So this is cool. For one thing, it changed it to Redeemer and not Liberator, so this includes the new spear guys. I am forgetting an absolute blanking on their name here, and also works with and I'm blanking on the other Stormcast Eternals name as well, Sequitors. Sequitors is the other Stormcast Eternals name, and the Spearman's name I am completely blanking on. Anyway, so this is cool. Add 1 to Bravery. It is now any, so it's not within A, so there's no weird stacking of the Bravery, but cool. It allows you to give some extra Bravery to your Cities of Sigmar units. And also your other Stormcast Eternals anywhere near Redeemer. It just puts extra bravery on the table for your defenders, making them sort of stay in the fight longer. And then you've got Stormkeep Battle Trait Shield of Civilization. Now this has changed because previously this was the get +1 save, +1 to hit if you didn't move. So in the first and second battle rounds, if any friendly Stormcast Redeemer units contest an objective that is partially or wholly within your territory, each model on that objective counts as 3 models for the purposes of contesting objectives. Once again, this is spread out the love to all the different Redeemer units, so the 3 baseline troops we've got. Really cool. Counting 3 models for the first and second battle rounds. This is solid. This means it's going to be really hard to move you off those objectives, especially if rules do stay the same. Like we're getting the ignore 1 point of rend on Liberators, the Sequitors with their 5-up ward in combat. This is all really, really solid stuff. In addition, if a unit finishes a charge move within 1 inch of a friendly Stormkeep Redeemer unit that's within 6 inches of an objective, roll a dice. On a 3+, that unit takes D3 mortal wounds. I mean, that's not really much, but, you know, mortal wounds back to your opponent when you're charging, you sort of shield bash them away, is pretty darn cool. And then we get to see Staunch Defender. Now, long has there been the Staunchcast army around in Stormcast Eternals. This has changed quite dramatically. It is no longer the +1 save to units around your general as long as the general hasn't charged. You can reroll the dice that determines the number of mortal wounds caused by an enemy unit by a friendly Stormkeep Redeemer unit using the Shield of Civilization battle trait if that friendly unit is held within 12 inch. So it's just allowing you to reroll those D3 mortal wound potential. I mean, it's not much, but it's cool. It's nice and thematic. This to me does say we're going to get particular command traits for both Stormkeep and for the Scions of the Storm. I think we're going to see our artifacts and command traits sort of, for the generic ones at least, sort of put between these two things, and we're not going to have the same list to pick from. That's what this sort of suggests to me. Now, Stormkeep armies may also call upon the aid of Krondrus Jacothian and his moodier brother, Kazariah the Scarred, were retired in it. So, Stormkeep armies can call upon. Now, they didn't say only Stormkeep, so maybe the Scions of the Storm can take this, but it does seem to be that these maybe are going to be only for Stormkeep particular armies. That'd be interesting to see. Kazariah in particular is a Whirlwind of Annihilation, so he gets a rule. We saw this in, I believe it's the Castelli dynasty for the Soul Black Gravelords, where killing things you got particular benefits. So each time this unit destroys an enemy unit, you can apply the relevant effect below. So if the enemy unit was a hero monster, you add 1 to his attacks. If they had a wounds characteristic of 3 or more and were not a monster or a hero, you add 1 to run and charge, and then you heal a wound every time you kill a unit containing any other models. Pretty cool. I mean, the heal one's not bad, like healing a wound every turn, because he's probably going to kill some models or a unit. Plus he's, you know, a hero, so he's going to get heroic healing. I think this is pretty solid. Regardless of the style you decide to create, you've just got a wide range of different options. We, of course, down here, we're starting to see a shootcast army, if I ever did see one. Everything has a bow or a ranged weapon or magic. Oh, there's some Liberators at the back. There we go. But they're at the back. Like, the only non-shooting unit is at the back of the battlefield. But really, really cool. Cell-Star Ballista Judicators. The Knight Judicator as well. One of my favourite models from this bunch of releases. I can't wait to get him and build and paint him. Castigators as well. And so, yeah, we've got a good look at some Stormcast Eternals rules here. And I'm really excited to see what else we can see. Obviously, we've got this. We've seen, you know, the increase in rend and range and the sort of combining of weapons, so no longer having axes and swords on the Vanguard Hunters. You can go see that full video, like I said, if you want. But this is really cool. I'm currently painting up my Stormcast Eternals from Dominion at the moment, and I'm really excited to see what else we get for Stormcast Eternals. What are you most excited for? Do you like the rules you've seen in this one so far? What do you want to see? What do you hope not to see? Let us know in the comments below. Well, thank you all for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Also, while you're at it, why not come chat more with us on Discord? We've got a link in the description of the video below to our Discord server. You can come chat with me and other members of our fine little community here at Cinderfall Gaming. Lastly, we'd like to give a shout out to everyone who helps support the channel in various different ways. First of all, to our Patreon members, Christian Weir, James Soren, Chaos Spawn, AJC, Kenny Lowe, Outer and Shot First, James Crowder, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, Tim Newman, The Rising Ape, Cure Dynamic, Agu, Anthony B, MJ, and Dyna226. Thank you to, as well, our YouTube members, Green Roots Gaming, Fire Titan, Steve T, The Real Zeop, Chris Wallace, Turai12, Vinny, and Loch Lorick. And a special thanks to our artist who does all the channel art for us, Lady Witchfox Art, thank you very much. And to our Discord moderator, Xmorphic, you do a fantastic job on Discord for us as well. Thank you all, everyone, for watching. If you'd like to help support on Patreon or YouTube member or help support the channel in another way, you can do so by following one of the links in the description of the video to Patreon or YouTube members, or go buy some Cinderfall Gaming merch from our Teespring store, also linked in the video's description. That's it for today, everyone. Thank you again. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.